Right, I got a big update on the Andrew Tate arrest. There's some new information that's come out. People have noticed some very interesting things in the footage of him getting arrested. And one of his biggest ops has come out to basically dance on his grave and celebrate him getting nicked. It's crazy. There's new and old clips of Tate talking, basically giving some reasons and some backstory as to why he might have been arrested, why the UK might have chosen now to move in and actually extradite him, and it's pretty crazy. So I'm going to start with this, all right? One person who is extremely happy about Tate getting arrested is, of course, former friend turned op, Sneako, all right? And he pulled up the Tour Dan Levid drill remix, which I've heard a few times. This is actually low-key a banger in the drill instrumental space to basically celebrate Tate getting arrested, and he clapped back at him on X in a pretty brutal, not on X, in his live stream, but I'm going to show you a clip that I got from X, and it was pretty brutal. Look at this.
Deport Tate! Everybody spam up in the chat, deport Tate! No more deport Sneako, it's deport Tate! Get him out of here! Extradited to the UK! Get him out of my country! No foreign invaders, this is my home, my country! Uh-oh, whoop-de-doo, Sneako did it! Get out of my country! Deport Tate! Allah works in mysterious ways. They plan, and Allah plans, and Allah is truly the best of planners. Truly the best of planners. Wallahi, I prayed for this. Wallahi, I just came back from Umrah. I was going to do my intro a little longer. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm too happy. A lot of news to cover, but Umrah, they're supposed to make prayer for a lot of things. I pray for, you guys know I pray for the Ummah, I pray for the martyrs, I pray for the people of Gaza, but for the personal things, I made specific dua that the enemies of Allah will be humiliated. And as soon as I touch down, he's wearing like this Waluigi fit and gets out of here. Hey, Top Goy! You apologize to the Jews for no reason. Sneako did it. I'm sorry for the song. Turns out you don't need to fold to the Jews. They're still going to lock you up if you committed crimes. The Matrix attacked me. I'm influential. Nobody knows who you are. You have no more influence. You fell off completely. They're not locking you up because you're influential to the youth. They're locking you up because you're guilty. Have fun in prison.
All right, careful. With the copyrighted music, man, it's brazy. It is straight pack watch with Andrew Tate, right? It is crazy. Now, obviously, Sneako, he shapeshifts what's going on, right? And he's lucky that he already turned on Tate back in the day so that he can now dance on his grave when this has happened. But he elaborated more later on in the stream and he reacted to the arrest footage, and it was pretty delightful. This is how he kind of broke it down.
So now you're promoting Me Too feminist culture. The fall off is crazy.
See, it's not Me Too feminist culture. It's the fact that they're actually guilty. And I looked through, well, apparently, according to them, I don't know, allegedly they're guilty. Allegedly. At the time, I did believe it. I believe that they were innocent, but you look into it more, and you look into what the lover boy method is, and you look into what that is. They literally said that they were recruiting women to pimp them out. They had a course talking about how you could become a pimp. Word for word, they just spell out exactly what the lover boy method is. They say, this is how you do it. If you want a girl to fall in love with you so that you could traffic her, buy my course and I'll teach you how. So first you make her fall in love with you. You have sex with her. Then you program her. Then you take her passport. Then she's in love with you. Then you put her on OnlyFans. It's like, that's what the lover boy method is, word for word. That's what pimping is, allegedly. I don't know what I'm talking about, allegedly. To a T, that's exactly what pimping is, and they just did it online. And they did it in Europe with white women. Look at that too. You know what's so funny is that the Tate started grifting the white supremacists, like the white incels, the skin worshippers. They literally got rich pimping out European white women because they were better for money. Like, they made more money. Do you think that they were pimping out Asian girls and black girls? No, they moved to Romania because the crimes, they thought they were going to get away with it. They said, Romania's the third world country. I could be a mob boss. I'm a mafia. I could bribe the police. I'm like the cartel of Romania. That's why they moved there. One. Two, for the women, because they know white women are the best clientele. So Jews going out, they make the best prostitutes for Indians jerking off. So these are two black men move to Eastern Europe, predominantly white country, to pimp out white women, destroying the birth rate, and then now the skin worshippers are like, yeah, he's one of me. Yeah. You fall for anything. Like, you guys, well, all you have to say is a couple things about deporting, and then immediately you could just, retweet Tommy Robinson, you're good.
So it's very, very interesting watching Sneako kind of turn on him, okay? This was another clip of him kind of celebrating, literally dancing on his grave. All right, I don't want to get no copyright claims, but look at him, man. I've never seen Sneako so happy in my life. I'm not going to lie. He getting sturdy on him. He getting sturdy on Andrew Tate. Man, it is absolutely diabolical. Okay, it's crazy. He's cooking him. He's absolutely cooking him.
Apologize.
And it was quite a lot of like interesting little comments that he made. I don't want. He's just smoking that tape pack, man. He's smoking that tape pack. So there were a few other clips of his going around, but I feel like these are just going to be kind of split up versions of what we already saw. Like him kind of going on about, oh, what did apologize and get you? They still arrested you. The Jews didn't arrest him. That's a load of nonsense. I do think Sneako is a moron and he sucks, but you know, it's just not correct, right? He's one of these people that just blames everything on the Jews. You know, like that guy from Germany back in the 40s. And you know, look, Israel, they definitely got a lot of negative stuff going on, but like blaming the Jews for everything is just nonsense, okay? But Sneako's even saying this. It's like they arrested you. They were arrested by American marshals, and he's gonna be extradited to the United Kingdom. It's that's nothing to do with that. But anyway,
this is the hand signal. Looking back now, top guy Andrew Tate. Did folding and apologizing to the Jews work, you stupid idiot? Well done, you stupid idiot. Now you're arrested. They're going to extradite you to the UK, apparently. You have all these charges pending, and they added new charges with child rape and all this. Did it really make sense to destroy your reputation by throwing me under the bus and folding, apologizing to the Jews?
See, like, it's about me. It's all about me. Did it really help your reputation apologizing about me? It's all about him, right? Sneako sucks. But anyway, it is interesting to see his reaction. He is absolutely, positively loving what's going on. But I'm going to show you some other things now that are going around that are really interesting. Now, this is a clip of Andrew Tate getting arrested, and a lot of people didn't notice, right? So it says, Andre Tate, I'm going to start calling him Andre Tate. Andre Tate tried to sneak his phone to his bodyguard, but his bodyguard didn't take it. It fell on the pavement, and the other guy, who was a cop, picked it up. Why is the Fed who was arresting Tate didn't say anything? He most likely saw it, and I'd think it was another cop that picked it up. But look at his hands. Look at this. Here. Tries to put his phone in his pocket. He tries to give it to the bodyguard. He's like, yo, take it. He doesn't see it. Drops it on the floor. You hear it slap the ground. And then I think this guy is another officer, because he kind of walks in out of nowhere and sort of like tries to stop the bodyguard from doing anything. He holds him back and he takes the phone. Cooked. Look again, right here. Tries to give it to him. Here, take the phone. Take my phone. Take it. Ah, he fucked it up. Bodyguards were low-key trash. They weren't ready to go to war with the U.S. Marshal to save Daddy Tate, and you know, he went out sad. All right, all them bodyguards, all that muscle, they didn't do shit for him in the end. Okay, so there's a few interesting clips that are now going around about this. This is a clip of Andrew Tate apparently predicting that he would be getting arrested in Florida. So they're going to arrest me, walk me in front of the cameras, make it wall-to-wall news. I'm going to be in handcuffs looking guilty as fuck. Years later, I'm going to walk it. They're going to waste more years of my life and reputation. Now, the thing is, this guy's been arrested a bunch of times, so it's not really genius, not really Nostradamus predicting that he's going to be arrested and put in cuffs at a point again, especially when you know that you've done heinous crimes all around the world. But let's hear what he said.
See how this all plays out, but I have a strong suspicion that the Florida, if I had to predict the future, which I'm pretty good at, because I was saying I was going to get arrested. I don't know if you saw my old podcast.
It's easy to predict your arrest when you've done crimes, right?
Saying they're going to arrest me. You have 3 lives. I kept saying they're going to arrest me before they arrested me. Here's what I think is going to happen in Florida. I think they're going to get perp walk. I think they're going to come up with the biggest crock of shit. They're going to arrest me. They're going to walk me in front of the cameras. They're going to make it wall-to-wall news. I'm going to walk around in handcuffs. I'm going to look guilty as fuck. You look guilty with handcuffs with police. I mean, the fuck you do. They're going to say all this shit. They're going to take me in for questioning. I have a strong suspicion they may not charge me, because I have a feeling they haven't got enough to charge me with, but they might. They might charge me with some crap, and in the end, years from now, I'm going to walk it. And they're just going to waste 2 more years of my life, 2 more years of my reputation. You know, it's kind of, you have to see everything in the world as a blessing from God. It's the only way to see it. Because if you didn't see it as a blessing from God, it's pretty fucking hard to deal with. You have to see the positives of all these things, because once I bust it, then I'm going to have another accolade of innocence, and I'm going to be more well-known and more famous than I ever was, and that's fantastic, and I'll find a way to make all my money back. Great. But the next 2-3 years are going to be rocky. It's going to be rocky dealing with this shit. But what can you do? You just have to approach it like a man.
That's what happens when you're an international criminal and you decide to become the most famous man in the world. Now, Basically, they're now saying that Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, is holding the final decision on whether Andrew and Tristan Tate get extradited to the UK. Says their lawyer claims the arrest was greenlit by a low-level Department of Justice functionary without any approval from real leadership. If that's true, it's completely unacceptable. We should never cheer on road actors inside the DOJ doing the British government's dirty work. America first means protecting our own process, not outsourcing justice to foreign governments. He's English and American, people. He's British and American. Like I've said, you don't have to like them, but respect they're still US citizens and deserve to be treated fair. He's a dual citizen of the UK as well. Let's not forget. So there's some backstory as to some of the people that Tate's been rubbing shoulders with and why he might be able to cut himself a deal. So it says Andrew and Tristan Tate spent the days before their arrest partying in Washington, D.C. as guests of Paolo Zampoli, Donald Trump's special envoy for global partnerships and a longtime friend of Trump and Melania. Zampoli is the former modeling executive, oh no, who said he brought Melania to the US and introduced her to Donald Trump. His name has also surfaced repeatedly in surrounding the Jeffrey Epstein modeling world connections. Oh no, and there's more. Zampoli previously acknowledged contacting a senior ICE official about Amanda Ungaro, the mother of his child, during a bitter custody dispute. She was later taken into immigration custody and deported, although Zampoli denies that he asked ICE to detain her. Now we learn the Tate brothers, facing R-word and sex trafficking charges in Britain, were being welcomed and entertained in Washington by a Trump admin envoy shortly before federal authorities arrested them in Miami. That raises some very serious questions. Who invited them? Who did they meet with? And why are they being embraced by someone so close to Trump's inner circle? Stay tuned. There's more to come. Now, this really made me laugh. Apparently, this is a statement from one of his attorneys. Okay. This is clearly written by AI. But I'm going to read it. But this is so clearly written by AI, it's laughable. If this is who Tate's lawyer is, they could have put him under the jail. Okay. It says the world statement of Joseph D. McBride, attorney for Andrew and Tristan Tate. The world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent. Their enemies know it best of all. That's exactly why they've been attacked. Okay. This sentence that's coming up is so obviously AI. It says, last night the United Kingdom, a corrupt and fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring our gangs, it found too inconvenient to prosecute, conjured up a wave of charges against the Tate brothers. This next sentence tells me this is AI. This is not law enforcement. This is a political hit ordered by a dying empire that fears two free men with a microphone more than it fears actual criminals walking its streets. AI always with the this is not law enforcement. This is political hit job. This isn't trafficking. This is simply good business. It is, to me, it seems AI written. Understand what Britain just did. There is a long-standing agreement between the UK and Romanian governments that the UK would not seek extradition while the Romanian proceedings are pending. Those proceedings are ongoing right now. That agreement exists because no nation gets to trample on judicial sovereignty of another for political convenience. The UK shredded its own word the moment it became useful to shred it. That is who they are. Let me zoom in so you can see, because this is so fucking small. Why is that so small? And the timing is no accident. For years, I've been litigating a defamation lawsuit in Palm Beach, Florida, that has absolutely destroyed the baseless allegations against the Tate brothers piece by piece. Nothing to do with what they're accused of in the UK, and that they basically fled to Romania to hide. Said under oath on the record, that case goes to trial within 6 months. The UK knows it. It's got nothing to do with the UK. They watch their lies get demolished in an American courtroom. Well, that doesn't matter because it's an English courtroom they've been accused of the R word. And they panicked. This extradition demand has one purpose: to kidnap Andrew and Tristan through paperwork before an American jury exposes the truth to the entire world. An American jury doesn't matter one fucking bit. These are crimes he was accused of in England. He fled to Romania so he didn't have to actually deal with this problem he'd created over a period of years. All right? And Sneako was right. He had a whole course on how to do the Loverboy method. He is a dummy and a self-snitch. Worse, our understanding is that this arrest was greenlit by a low-level functionary at the Department of Justice who never got approval from leadership because Tate was hanging out with the leadership. And I guess they could have done a backroom handshake deal so that this never happened. Think about that. Two men who came to this country openly, lawfully, and peacefully, while ducking charges in Romania, were thrown in a cage on the say-so of a bureaucrat freelancing with the full force of American law enforcement. They are British citizens, and they are going to be extradited to UK. Or at least they're going to try to. Hey, Trump might step in and say we're not going to let it happen. Said we're confident that once a competent judge sees the facts and once the Department of Justice confronts this egregious abuse of its own authority, Andrew and Tristan Tate will walk free. America does not do Britain's political dirty work. Not here, never. America is watching, the world is watching, and we will win. Now, I do agree with some things in there. Some of these things about it's a fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring R-word gangs that are too inconvenient to prosecute, that is true. That is true. That's what's going on in the UK. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful. The UK is a disgrace currently, but that doesn't mean that a broken clock can't be right twice a day. And Andrew Tate is also allegedly running an R-word gang that is despicable and needs to be dismantled, okay? So those two things can be true at once. Now, Tate was basically trying to kind of make this whole political point, and he'd been going at the UK. In fact, he'd even started his own political party, and with many people believing that he had actually done this on purpose so that he could essentially, okay, get ahead of the problems that he was facing in the UK. Started the Bruv Party, Britain restoring underlying values. This is a war to reclaim Britain. No excuses, no compromises, no second chances. This isn't a political party. It's a blah, 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 AI-written bullshit nonsense. We will defend our borders, crush crime, purge corruption, and restore pride to a nation under siege. Britain will rise again, stronger, unyielding, unapologetic. If you want safety, power, and freedom, join the fight. The time for talk is over. It's action or nothing. Okay? He was always going to start this political party. As you can see, it's got a little chess piece in there. He was always going to start his own political party so that when the shit hit the fan with his English R-word charges, he could say he was a political prisoner. It's very smart, okay? So he's been sort of laying the groundwork for this and talking about the UK as a failed nation. The UK is a disaster currently. Yes, that is true, but he did a bunch of crimes allegedly in the UK, and he's going to have to face that now.
Case coming for me next. I think they're going to launch a case on me. I think they're going to attempt to arrest me.
This is the thing. He's acting like he's such a... He predicted all of this. Yeah, because he's a criminal. Yeah. You ever seen The Sopranos? Tony Soprano's stressed out the whole fucking way through the show. He's thinking they're going to hit me with a RICO. The feds are going to be on me. Because he's a criminal. He knows. He's done crimes. Tate is trying to pull the wool over dumb people's eyes, talking about, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to predict exactly what they're going to come for me. Yeah, because you've done crimes. You have done crimes, sir. You are a criminal.
The UK is draconian. It's out of control. They've just entered recession today. It's a failed society where crime rates are out of control and stabbing are out of control, and they no longer have a border. And people are just arriving by boat, and there's acid attacks. It's the acid attack capital of Europe. You can walk down the street and get acid thrown in your face and be permanently disfigured for life. Wow. They should have bigger things to worry about. But I guess their primary objective is, instead of trying to fix our problems, which we don't believe we can do, let's kill the person who highlights the problems. Let's fix the man who tells the truth. Yeah. We have all of these problems in our society, but instead of fixing them, let's instead attack the person who highlights them, because that...
So this is the thing. He's painting himself as a martyr, right? And he's going to paint himself as a political prisoner. But the irony is this is all a misdirection tactic to distract from the fact that really he is just one of the many criminals that has run rampant in the UK, allegedly, okay? There's a lot of disgusting, despicable crime going on in the UK that has gone unprosecuted. He's one of them, allegedly, okay? In my opinion, all right? Is what it is. He's one of them, but he's doing a very smart misdirection tactic to make you think this is all just him being used as a political pawn because he's speaking the truth.
That makes them less prevalent to the populace. So let's get rid of Andrew because he tells the truth about what's happening in England, and then maybe we'll get away with this scam a little bit longer.
So it's funny, right? Now it's all a political party about him exposing England. But remember last time he got arrested in Romania for that trafficking, he said, oh, they're just coming after me because I say the truth about women. They're just coming after me because I say the truth about relationships and traditional moral values. He's saying, oh, they're only coming after me because I went after Greta Thunberg. Oh, they're only coming after me because, you know, I'm saying that women can't drive. He basically made out like the last time he got caught for trafficking crimes, which he allegedly did. He was just like, no, this is all political. They're coming after me. It's the Matrix coming after me because I tell the truth. Not true at all. Not true at all. It's because you, sir, are a 2-bit pimp.
And that's why they've come up with the idea they have. And that's why, as we speak right now, the British government is trying to put me in jail. I'm pretty sure of that. I think the UK is coming for me next. I think
so. Yeah, I'll leave you with this for the rest of the day. I'm going to come back tomorrow with some updates, no doubt. But essentially, this is kind of an update from the police, the actual Bedfordshire police who are prosecuting or who have been investigating this case. And they've kind of followed on from what the Crown Prosecution Service, so these are the prosecutors of the United Kingdom, but the actual local police that are dealing with this have done an update. So they said, Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested in connection with UK police investigation. 2 brothers have been arrested in the United States of America following an investigation by police into a number of sexual offences. Andrew Tate, 39, and Tristan Tate, 38, were arrested yesterday, Saturday, in Miami. They've been detained pending ongoing legal proceedings. Charges were previously authorised by CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, following a file of evidence submitted by officers from Bedfordshire Police into allegations dating back to 2012. Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire, and Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit have been continuing to investigate a number of other offences reported to both Bedfordshire Police and Hertfordshire Police Constabulary. As a result, 38 new charges have been authorised against Andrew and Tristan Tate, bringing the total number of charges against the brothers to 59. Of these, 42 charges have been authorised against Andrew and 17 against Tristan Tate. Assistant Chief Constable Karina Thomas said officers from our major crime unit have been working closely alongside the Crown Prosecution Service and both national and international law enforcement agencies as part of this complex investigation. We understand the interest this case will generate, but we would urge the public not to speculate and allow the legal process to be carried out. Shut up, they say, and that's what they do in the UK. You can't talk about crime, can't talk about legal proceedings. Just shut up. Just shut up and don't talk about this. And if you go and look into it, there was a situation where a guy was getting jumped and the police came in and arrested the guy who was getting jumped. And then they basically put out a public statement saying, please don't share the footage of our police officer participating in the jumping. Please don't. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. We think we were right and we like to assault people. You know what I'm saying? We like to basically step in and go after the people who are getting assaulted rather than the people committing the assaults. And they said, please don't share that video that exposes us. The UK is a mess. Is disgraceful. It says there's no place for male violence against women and girls, and we will continue to work tirelessly to support victims and investigate all reports made to us. Now, they're doing this because I think Andrew and Tristan Tate very well might have committed these crimes, but also this is kind of sexy, it's hot, it's cool, all right? Make no mistake, I don't respect the UK police, the UK state, the UK authorities, all right? And I'll probably get arrested if I said this in England, but I do not respect them, and this is the type of energy they're going to the absolute utmost around the world globally to pluck someone out of Miami and bring them back to the UK to face justice. They should have been doing that with all the grooming gangs for years. But you're not allowed to say that. They'll throw me in jail with Andrew Tate if I say that. But anyway, I'm not going to say any more just in case. I'm hoping they can't extradite me because I've got my free speech while I'm here in the US. But it is interesting. But anyway, that's all the info I've got for now. He is going to try and make himself out to be a political prisoner. That is the way that he's going to try and get out of this nonsense. And it will be very interesting to observe. I will be following this closely. I've got a lot to say about these topics. People have been saying, why don't you talk about the UK issues? Why don't you? I will, all right? I will. I'm working it out, all right? I'm working on some shit behind the scenes that hopefully will completely protect me so that I never have to worry about speaking on these issues. I've probably said a few things I shouldn't have in this video, but we're going to run it. We're going to see how that goes. But I guarantee you they will be gagging journalists. They will not be letting people talk about the Tate trial. And it's going to be just insane. It's going to be insanity. Okay. And there's a lot of other cases going on in the UK that are absolutely outrageous that you're not even allowed to talk about. And I know too much. All right, I could expose a few people, but I just don't want to get to the point where if I go back, I'm going to get arrested. But I will keep you guys informed that I'm going to get to the bottom of what I'm actually allowed to talk about. So I will keep you guys posted. That's that for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.